Alright, shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone and Rule Well. And peace and salutations to the Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire in all truthfulness and in all sincerity. I'm a title this video iuic, we know you done sold out, and I may go into a few other topics, we'll see. But let me get hold on.
There are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision, whom thou shalt not abhor. But then that they're taken. Alright, basically leave Esau alone. And I remember years ago, we rebuked the hell out of them because they were about what if
I'm trying to get to the part where
they don't really show hatred in person to Esau, but they can send prayers of vengeance against them.
It says that where it's saying that
they was wondering, based on Deuteronomy, which he's getting ready to try to
see.
Alright, so good question. One more question, and then I'm going to try to give y'all a break. Alright, Deuteronomy 23:7, it says, when it says not to hate Esau, what is the difference between the thought of hate and praying for destruction upon them? Just wanted to make sure my thoughts don't turn to hate. How do I separate the two? Alright, good. Good question, right? Now, we are commanded not to hate Esau, right? Go to it. Deuteronomy 23:7.
Yes, sir.
Right? Now, hating him and praying for his...
And the elder from Vegas went into how it's a clerical error. That's why when he was playing parts from this video, he said it's a clerical error. And iuic, hey, y'all wasn't teaching that before, not to hate Esau. When that's a clerical error right there, and it doesn't mean also abhor, doesn't mean to hate. Abhor means to basically to avoid out of disgust, doesn't always mean to hate. It has a different meaning than hate. But the word there is not for Edomite. The word there means Syrian. And this just shows that y'all done sold out, man. Teaching doctrines like that. Changing up the doctrine. that's going off. Hold on. Let me get it. And you're not supposed to meddle with those that are given to fuck those that are given to change. Okay, it doesn't have the V there as a U. So like Proverbs 24, verse 21. My son, fear thou Yahweh and the king, and meddle not with them that are given to change. That's what it says. You're not supposed to meddle with those that are given to change. Verse 22, for their calamity shall rise suddenly, and who knoweth the ruin of them both? So y'all always changing the doctrine. That's a bad sign. And hold on. Hold on. Y'all's calamity shall rise suddenly. Who know for their calamity shall rise suddenly. Who know the ruin of them both? Yeah. Y'all, hey, even though y'all change up the doctrine because y'all took the bag and y'all want to keep the bag, y'all trim your ways to seek love. Hold on. Jeremiah 2 and 33. Why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love? Therefore hast thou taught the wicked ones thy ways. Has I also taught the wicked ones thy ways? And that why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? You know, why you changing up the doctrine just to keep that bag that you sold out for? And we know y'all got a 501c3 charter and all. We know y'all got that. Y'all say, oh, it's just to take advantage of the system, right? To use it to preach the word, but apparently it's holding you back from preaching the whole word, man. From breaking the scriptures down right, you know. You know, you're doing the work of the Lord deceitfully, man. What does it say about that? Jeremiah 8:48 and 10. Cursed be he that doeth the work of Yahweh deceitfully, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood, you know. What about all these scriptures that say like that say Esau was hated, you know? And you're supposed to hate. You're supposed to be like David. You're supposed to hate what the Most High Yahweh hates. You know, you get that. Them with perfect hatred. Psalms 139 and 21. Do not I hate them, O Yahweh, that hate thee, and may not grieve with those that rise up against thee. Verse 22. I hate them with the perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies. And doesn't Esau rise up against Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai? Doesn't Esau rise up? Against the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai? Don't Esau hate the Lord, man? See, y'all want to make deals with Esau like King Saul made deals with Amalek, man. When it's not the house of David being risen, when it's not the house of Saul being risen up, it's the house of David being risen up. And I could just get that. And that day I'll raise up the tabernacles of David. Amos 9:11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I'll raise up his ruins, and I'll build it up, build it as in the days of old. Verse 12, that they may possess the remnant of Edom, and of all the heathen which are called by my name, saith Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, that doeth this. Verse 13, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper, and the treader of grapes him that sows seed, and the mountains shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt. So, the plowman shall overtake the reaper, that they may possess the remnant of Edom. Why is it list Edom first, and of all the heathen which are called by my name, say the Lord that doeth this? Why does it say Edom first? Why does it also say this about Esau? Yeah, just clear up what I said about the house of Saul. They spared the king and of Amalek instead of killing all the Amalekites. So they went soft on Esau, just like, because Amalek comes from Esau. So they went soft on Esau, just like y'all are going soft on Esau, talking about don't hate Esau. When Esau is called the people of my curse. Isaiah 34:5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, another name for Edom, a Greek way of saying Edom, and upon the people of my curse the judgment. Malachi 1:3. And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Verse 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down. And now they shall call on the border of wickedness, and people against whom Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai hath indignation forever. There you go. Esau, the border of wickedness, whom the Lord hates. And of course, the whole book of Obadiah, man. If this ain't hatred, I don't know what it is. Fuck. This ain't hatred, I don't know what it is. Obadiah 1:18, for example. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh has spoken it. So there you go. And even in Romans 9, it's in Romans 9. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. And so there ain't no getting around this. So why y'all teaching that when it's clear that in Deuteronomy 23:7 that abhor does not mean hate, and the word there is not for Edomite, it's for Syrian. As the elder brother from Vegas, GMS Vegas sit downs went into. Changed it. Thou shalt not. Review it. Hold on. Changed it. Oh, they changed it. Now I'm doing something wrong. Hold on. It doesn't say that before. No, they fucking changed it. The word there was for Syrian. Hold on. Let me get the brother's video. Because it says it in there, homie.
Which he's getting ready to try to break it down. That he's allowing you to live that way in his kingdom. But despite all that, they're waxing worse and worse in understanding.
Hold on.
So that doesn't mean that now when you go to the verse where the Most High says that he hates Esau, you're going to see that it's a completely different word.
Also,
Let's go to Malik. Certain brothers that you might not see eye to eye. And it doesn't mean that you actually stand from the Heavenly Father.
I'm trying to look for.
And even the scriptures that they use. So, you go to Edomite, and the word is what they have here is Adamya, but we know that the correct way is Adawamya, right? Now, this right here, this character Da, is very similar to the Ra. Now let's prove that. And let's go here. This is Genesis 25 and verse 20. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Padanaram, the sister to Laban the Syrian. All right, and mind you, this is Jacob's uncle, the Syrian, because they're related through Isaac. All right, because Isaac's father, which was Abraham, was brothers with Laban's father. So let's go to that word Syrian. And what do you see? Aramya. Okay? You see Aramya is for Syrian. And then you see Adamya, which is really Adawamya. So you can see how they made that error. Now, you go here. Let me see real quick. Unless they changed it, they probably changed it out. Let me go to this one for Adawamya or Adamya. Let me see. Because we touched on this subject so many times, and we even went into the blue letter, and it had the information there, but they probably been noticing it, and so they probably made changes, in the information. But it's clearly a clerical error. But notice how, let me see something real quick. This is H761, and it says partial H758. Let's go there. Or rum. Let me see. All right, so it points to this one, H758, or rum. And then this one points to H123, a dumb.
I do want.
Let me go back.
Exact.
You got H123, H726. Now, when you go to, let's go back to Deuteronomy 23 and 7. Because I'm going to read it in another translation so y'all can see. Why certain translations actually interpret it as thou shalt not pour a Syrian.
I was thinking of another verse in that one. Turns out.
Hold up. Well, it might be another verse I'm thinking about. Let me real quick. I'm trying to find this one verse. It's going to make it very clear. All right, let me go here real quick. It is 2 Kings 16, and start at 5. It says, Then Rezin, king of Syria, and Pekah, son of Remaliah, king of Israel, came up to Jerusalem to war, and they besieged Ahaz, but could not overcome him. At that time, Rezin, king of Syria, recovered Elath to Syria, and drave the Jews from Elath, and Assyrians came to Elath and dwelt there unto this day. And let me show something. Now look at this. NIV, it says, At that time, Rezin, king of Aram, recovered Elath for Aram by driving out the people of Judah. Edomites then moved into Elath and have lived there to this day. So now we're talking about two distinctive nations in the same verse based on that clerical error. You're talking about Aram, the Arameans, and then you're talking about Edomites. So, but when you go back and read the King James Version text, it says, at that time, Rezin, king of Syria, recovered Elath to Syria, or Aram to Syria, and drave the Jews from Elath and the Syrians. But in the NIV, it said Edomites came to Elath and dwelt there unto this day. So now you can see where there is a clerical error. So now you could be asking yourself, so are we, going back to Deuteronomy 23:7, is the word Edomite supposed to really be there? Or the Syrian, the Aramean, or Aram? All right? Because you can see that it makes that error. RSV, at that time,
this
king
is
of
another
Edom,
example
recovered Elath for Edom.
Clerical error.
All right, but it's supposed to be Syria, Aram.
Of that clerical error.
NLT, at that time, the king of Edom recovered the town of Elath for Edom. He drove out the people of Judah and sent Edomites to live there, as they do to this day. So, this is the scripture I was actually looking for. This was it, to show you. All right, and I don't expect IUIC to dig that deep, because, like I said, them dudes, they're taught to be lazy-minded when it comes to really, really studying the scriptures. They're just going to teach whatever their heads tell them to teach them. And we know that their heads have been more than likely compromised. Because now all of a sudden we're not supposed to hate a Edomite. But then they'll say, well, but it says, for he is thy brother, and Edom is the brother of Jacob. Well, guess what? Laban, who was a Syrian, he told Jacob that he was his brother. It's Genesis 29, I think. Yeah, let's go to Genesis 29. In verse 13, it says, and it came to pass when Laban heard the tidings of Jacob, his sister's son, that he ran to meet him and embraced him and kissed him and brought him to his house. And he told Laban all these things. And Laban said to him, surely thou art my bone and my flesh. And he abode with him with the space, he abode with him the space of a month. And Laban said unto Jacob, because thou art my brother, shouldest thou therefore serve me for naught? Tell me, what shall thy wages be? All right. And he also said that he's bone of his bone. So we have a close kin relationship with them based on Abraham, Nahor, and Haran. All right. They were all brothers. But we know that the Lord had a chosen line, and it was going to go through Abraham. But we were cordial with the Aramean. That's why the Lord put it in our law not to detest them. Don't treat them like that. See? So this guy clearly just went off. He didn't understand what he was reading, breaking it down totally wrong. Now let me skip forward now, because he said something else in his video.
Because God said you would serve this man for the one of all things. So how could you hate the man that feeds you, right? You don't know what true hatred is. That's why God said he had to do this. Ezekiel 20.
So he's basically saying.
But you get the point. It's a clerical error that they're making here. and it would contradict all those other verses that are brought out. So it's obviously a clerical error. Also based off of the information that brother brought out. But yeah, it shows that y'all sold out, man. Teaching that because it's been known that that's a clerical error. And he used to say something different when I looked in that blue letter. That's why I said that. But yeah, and y'all, the leadership clearly knew this. That's why they wasn't teaching that before. But your covenant with death, that the covenant with death that y'all's leadership have, and y'all follow behind it, so y'all have it as well. It's gonna be disannulled. Let me get it. Isaiah 28:15, because ye have said, we have made an agreement, a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies a refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. Verse 16, therefore, thus saith Yahweh power, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste. Verse 17, judgment will I lay to the line, and righteousness to the plummet, and the hail shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the waters shall overflow the hiding place. Verse 18, your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your covenant with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, and ye shall be trodden down by it. So your covenant with death, it's not going to hold up. And this man is his death in hell. Esau Edom. Habakkuk 2, verse 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is his death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And this is Esau, the modern day Chaldeans. Modern day spiritual Chaldeans, because they followed the ways of the Chaldeans. And let me get other rulers of the Assyrian and Babylonian empires, man. Esau follows their ways, acts just like them. That's why Esau is compared to them. But let me get back to Isaiah 28th chapter. So your covenant with that man that is his death in hell, Esau Edom, shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then ye shall be trodden down by it. Meaning Esau Edom, he ain't gonna honor that deal. That y'all made through that 501c3 charter. It's not gonna be honored. You know y'all got that deal. Any other deals that we don't know about that y'all have with Esau, but we know y'all got that 501c3. But it ain't gonna stop them. It ain't gonna stop. It ain't gonna stop Esau from rolling on y'all as well. When Esau comes down with great wrath, he's gonna come down upon you, upon y'all as well. He ain't gonna show y'all no love at all, man. He's gonna show y'all that hatred that he has. It says that's a fucking cool. Wait, hold on. He kept his anger forever. That's why. It says he kept his anger forever. Amos 1 and 11. Thus saith Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. Verse 12, but I will send a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the palaces of Basra. He did kept his wrath forever. Slakia. Let me get. So it ain't gonna stop this devil from coming down upon y'all with great wrath. But it ain't gonna stop the Most High Yahweh from judging Esau. Oh, hand joining hand. Proverbs 11 and 21. Though hand join in hand, The wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. And also, hold on. Isaiah 13 and 15, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Verse 16, their children shall also be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished. So those of y'all that have that covenant with death is not gonna stop the judge y'all from getting judged, but y'all actually gonna get judged for having that covenant with death. So with that, I hope this video was edifying. I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and salutations to the Akim out there. Spread this truth like wildfire in all truthfulness and in all sincerity. And shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect out there. Abad, Abal, death to Babylon. Abala Adamamim, death to these Edomites. Abala Gawayim, death to these other nations. And Abala Yabnawa, death to the rest of our enemies. Death to our enemies, the rest of them being 2/3 of you so-called black people, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as 2/3 of you speckled birds / Israelite foreigners here in the States. Here in Babylon, and as well as you wicked Israelites that scattered to the four corners of the earth. Shalom, stay strong, Abba Babal, and Yashra forever.